This new free real estate website will change the game for you, because if your current website looks like this, where you have an IDX home search on the homepage, featured listings, neighborhood highlights, it's costing you insane amounts of money and you're probably not even aware of it. Not only are you spending $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a year in maintenance fees every year, but you're also missing out on tons of listing opportunities. So what I'm gonna do in today's video is I will give you a free real estate website template that's designed specifically for sellers, for listing clients specifically. And this is based on real marketing science and psychology and years of testing, years of iteration, and I'll show you exactly how you can just plug and play this right now today. Now, before I show you how to set this up, you're probably wondering, what is a good real estate website? How do I build a website that's gonna really give me those real people that are interested in selling their houses with me? So let's first look at what not to do with your real estate website. So you'll see exactly why your current website may not give you the amount of appointments or amount of deals that you really look for. So let's take a quick look at a random real estate agent's website. I just plug this into Google. Usually you're gonna have a random headline right over here. Here you're gonna have IDX, so where you can search for properties, and then over here you're gonna have the featured listings, and over here you're gonna have communities. And so this is what most of the real estate agents' websites unfortunately look like. Now, over the last 7 years, me and my team, we've helped hundreds of real estate agents one-on-one personally to build up marketing systems online and to build personal brands online to get listings specifically. Now, what I can tell you based on the website like this, 99% of real estate agents typically get nothing from it in terms of actual listing appointments and in terms of actual transactions. Now, I'm not saying that you can't get some leads if you spend thousands of dollars on advertisements per month. Sure, you can get some buyer leads coming in from a website like that, but it's not really gonna help you get listings, and it's not really gonna help you convert those people that are coming to the website and interested in selling their house into actual listing appointments. So if an actual local homeowner goes to this website, they usually go from a frame of mind that they want to sell their houses. And when they want to sell their houses, they're usually thinking of hiring you as the real estate agent. And the thing is, when they're hiring a real estate agent, right, they go to a page like this. If it says something like find your dream home and there's an IDX, right, usually they just exit out and leave because you didn't show them what they actually needed to see or what they were expecting to see when they came to your website. So let's think this through. So the homeowner, right, they Google your name or they find your website somehow, right? And what do they want to see? What I actually need to see in order to become your listing client? Well, first of all, we need to think about, okay, well, how do these people end up on your website in the first place, right? Like, how do you actually find a website when they end up on the website? Obviously, first of all, is the word of mouth. You may get referrals, you may get past clients, right, that search you up and they had a need to sell their house. Now, you also may get people coming in from your organic social media, right? You may have a Facebook post, you may have a post on LinkedIn, right? So they go to your page and look you up from there. You may also run some paid advertisements, right? So you may run some advertisements over on Facebook or on Google, right? That directs people to this website. So either they look you up on Google by your name, they click on your link on your social media post, or they click on a link in your profile or ads. And when people are going to a website, what are they expecting to see? Like, why did they end up going to the website? So they got there to see how your service works. They got there to see case studies, they got there to see reviews, and they got there to find resources to help them understand the selling process. And ultimately what they're doing is that they're evaluating you as a real estate agent to sell their house, why they should be working with you as a top real estate agent compared to anybody else. So what they didn't do, right, is that they didn't go to your website to browse houses. They're already doing that on Zillow. There's tons of better websites, right, where you can search for houses, right? So what they did there is that they're looking at your service and they're seeing, okay, how can I work with this person, or should I work with this person in the first place? So what we did here at Nosu is we made a comprehensive checklist that's based on multiple psychological factors, psychological biases that are scientifically proven, and also the psychology of client attraction when it comes down to real estate specifically. So I'm gonna walk you through this and I'll show you in detail how to install the free new website template I'm giving away in this video. That's worth thousands of dollars. So here's what we're going to be building out. And first of all, let me give you a brief overview about this website so you see why this website works so well to attract listing clients specifically from your website. So the first question that the homeowner will have on their mind when they land on your website is, does this solve my frustration or does this solve my need? This is the first question that we must answer directly when they land on your website, because otherwise what's going to happen is if they land on this website and it says something like, hey, find your dream home, or hey, selling houses here and here, type of slogan kind of pulls up, right? Where you're gonna lose 80% of the visitors right from the get-go, right? So people are just gonna be like, hey, this is not for me, and they'll move out and go ahead and do something else. So for example, over here, when you have this first headline, what you don't wanna say is something like find your dream home or something very generic. For example, a good headline, if your ideal clients, let's say they are from Denver, right? And they're looking to upsize. Well, now you could say something like XYZ Real Estate Group, helping families in Denver seamlessly move from one home to the next. And now we're talking specifically to their need, we're talking specifically to that frustration or desire that they actually have. And so now when they land here, right, they'll keep moving around the website and they'll keep reading. Now, the second thing they have on their mind is, okay, do I like them? Are these people like me, right? Are these people real, right? So let's face it, I mean, we typically work with people that we are alike, and we work with people that we trust. We work with people that we resonate with. It's just how people are wired. So what you need to do is you want to pay attention for how you actually display yourself on your website. As an example, if you have a website, right, and it only has a background, only has a random like view of your local area, and that's it. They don't see your face, they don't see you walk, they don't see anything about you. Maybe there's a tiny image at the bottom of the website or at the top of the website, right? It's like this small, right? Obviously, that doesn't really build any likability. It's just a picture at the top right. So what you want to do, and we call this the hero effect, is when they land on your website, have a picture, a big picture of yourself like this. So immediately when they land here, the sentence that you promise over here to cover their frustration or need, it is getting associated with you. And that's also going to build likability and trust immediately when they land there. So if you look at this picture right here, this is very subtle, but it's actually a tactic from one of the most prominent marketing psychologists in the world called Robert Cialdini. Now over here you can see that we have this promise over here, obviously that we just covered, right? The headline that they come to. Here we have the picture of the real estate agent. It's a hero image, it's high definition, it's good to go, right? It's building likability, but if you look into the background, it's very subtle. Over here you can see the happy homeowners, happy family right here in the background. So what we're doing over here is we're doing a couple of different things. We're associating the real estate agent to the promise, we're associating the real estate agent to the need, right? Solving that need, but also in the background, we're associating the real estate agent to that happy homeowner, happy family. So these people that they come in over here, right, again, they can relate to you, and they're associating that happy feeling, happy emotion to you as well. So extremely powerful, very subtle. Most people would actually not notice this, and you can see right over here how we do this. Now, after this, right, they go into a website, they see the need, they see how you can solve it, they associate that likability, they trust you now, right? Well, the next step from here is we're answering the question of, are they somebody, right? And so what we want to do is, obviously there's tons of real estate agents out there, right? There's thousands of real estate agents out there, and what you need to do with your website is obviously we need to display your credentials, we need to display your credibility, years of experience, press releases, any of these things that are noteworthy to your clients, things that are really relevant to building your authority. And over here, when they go to your website, you can obviously go to this section where you have this brand story feature, and over here, they can read to this page and actually get an idea about your history, your background, all the relevant experiences, and all these things we can tell here over here. Now, in addition to this, when we go back to the front page, obviously over here we have how I can help you, and we cover the proprietary strategy you're going to be using to actually optimize the sale of their houses. By the way, even if you're not building a new website based on this video, even though you can get it for free, but you want to optimize your current website, let's say you already have a website and just want to make that look better, convert better, you can get access to this checklist, so you can either use it yourself or use it with your assistant to optimize your current website. So just comment website under this YouTube video, and we're going to send that over to you for free so you can get access to this and use it with your team to optimize your website. So the next step from here we're going to go to is going to be, are they telling the truth section? And this is really the reason respecting switch when I trigger in people. So when you make a claim, right, like selling their home for top dollar or like helping them move from one home to the next, we have to back it up with real proof. And this can come true using your testimonials like research or statistics. Also, you can use different stories about your brand and different case studies you have about selling different houses or helping different clients. And over here, when we scroll to the website, we can obviously see this section right here, what my clients say, and here you can just plug and play the testimonials you already have, either in a written format, or you can also use video format to add in video testimonials right over here. In addition to this, we can go to this section right here where you see sold by name, and over here you can add case studies about the properties you've sold. If you have video case studies where you have video interviews with your clients, obviously you can plug them right in here. Or if you have text studies where you have text testimonials, or you can just tell a case study about a house sold, you can add these right here. Now, the better you do this, the more the proof section is going to work, right? So the better you've previously sold houses and the better you've documented it, right, the better it's going to work. So the more detailed, the more better. So the thing about proof for most real estate agents is that when they provide proof, it's usually just a blank of text. So just a bunch of text. There's no picture of the client, there's no video of the client, and because of that reason, anybody could really write the text, right? So there's really low amount of trust when it comes down to that testimonial. And so that's exactly what's super key. As an example, you can see on this website is we have a quick section here for the picture of the client, and then above it you can include the text version. And again, if you have video testimonials, those are even better. Video testimonials are the ones that are really going to take it to the next level when it comes down to providing that proof. So when you do this, also here when you go to the sold by name section, you can add these case studies about the houses you actually sold. And so that's the biggest mistake real estate agents usually do with the proof section, right? Is they just have a testimonial that says, hey, we're happy clients, and they're just a text, right? So what you want to do instead is also provide case studies. You provide the property, and then here you want to provide the steps that you actually did from 1, 2, 3. So let's say you have this property, it came on board, then you guys from there, you guys optimized the house, optimized the curb appeal, prepared the house for selling, and then after that, maybe you run some ads to actually deliver traffic to the house, trying to get more leads coming in, right? And then what you guys did is that you guys sold the house $30,000, $20,000 over the asking price, right? So what you want to do is you want to look at all the past properties you've sold and create these case studies to the sold property section, and that's actually going to provide literal proof and actual value to the homeowner when they're envisioning that process of working with you together. Now, the step number 5 on the checklist is that are they competent? Are they knowledgeable? And this is something that's very subconscious. This is like kind of like a credibility switch. But you know how you go on a website and it just feels like it's just old, right? You know, it's a 10 years old website or 20 years old website. You just feel that when you consume the website. And that's the same thing. When people go to your website, the general feel of the website will actually provide them with that kind of like association to your credibility as well. And this is the thing that about the website is that you can actually, even if you're a brand new real estate agent or if you've been in business for a couple of years, right? If you build your website well, it allows you to build massive amounts of credibility. People will see your service as superior to somebody else who might have been in real estate for 10 years or 20 years, right? Because maybe their website is just a default template website, right? That they got from their brokerage. So this is the part about how you present yourself, how you present your product. Make sure that the pictures you have over here are high quality. They're 4K, they're high resolution, right? And presenting that well. And the better you can present yourself, it's a little bit like clothing, right? The better you wear yourself, the better clothes you wear, the more expert-like you're gonna appear like. So the same thing applies to your website. Make sure that all the little details, the pictures, all these things look good, and they look something like, hey, this guy is, or this gal, right, is something that's an expert, somebody that has it down together. Now, the 6th step on the checklist is overall, can he be relied on? And this is the safety switch we also want to leverage on your website. And this comes down to the fact that people, obviously, they need to feel safe when working with a real estate agent. At the end of the day, right, we only sell our houses maybe a couple times in our lives. right? So it's a very rare thing, and just to trust somebody with it can be a difficult step for a lot of people. And it's your job to make people feel comfortable, right? It's your job to make people feel like, hey, I can trust this person, this is a safe transaction. So there's a couple ways to do this, like we covered already. Obviously, social proof and proof in general is one of the most powerful ways to do this. So testimonials, pictures of clients, video testimonials, case studies that break down exactly what you've done for your clients, right? These help a lot. And then also a risk-free way to opt out in case of the worst case scenario happens and their home doesn't sell. That's another way you can do it. So if you have some sort of guarantee with your team, or if you have some sort of guarantee for yourself, right, you can also put that in here. Now, also step number 7 is, do I understand enough about what they're going to do for me exactly, right? This is the comfort switch we want to make sure that they have. So you want to make sure that when they actually go to your website, you have the actual steps when they work with you. So we call this how I help you section. And then over here, we can again explain that process, get an extraordinary sales price, get seamless and personalized process, get rapid result, etc. Whatever your steps are in the actual strategy you're using for helping listing clients, add in those steps, because now people can say, okay, I'll go to this step, this step, this step, right? This is how it makes sense. These are going to be the things we're going to go through together. And again, the case studies still also obviously help create that comfort switch. Second last stage in this process is going to be the reciprocity fix. So it's extremely valuable if you can add in an extremely valuable guide or a free content or report that people can actually download from your website or consume on your website for free. And this is why I'm such a big proponent on content marketing, right? It's because for most real estate agents just have no content. And if the content that they have, it's basically just generic articles, just random stuff taken from ChatGPT or something like that, right? So obviously something to be aware of is that if you are creating content, let's say on YouTube, or if you're creating solid content for yourself in terms of text and picture, or if you have free resources like you can see on this website, like free 15-minute consultation you can provide, or as an example, other resources, right, you can provide over here, such as again, a guide that's actually handwritten, it's actually well done, right? It's not just taking from like a random, again, tool, right, and plug it in right here. It's actually a good guide, right, that actually explains the service and also kind of gets them sold on your method specifically. Those things make the world of difference, right? So really what we already covered here before is that the better your content, the better these things are, obviously the better they're also going to work. So really the better you do that, right, it's going to trigger that reciprocity switch. And the last stage you want to trigger is going to be superiority switch. So any potential customer, they always want to go with the best absolute option. So they're obviously going to be doing that research around you. They're going to be asking the question, okay, is this real estate agent the absolute best fit for me? So you can answer this exact question on your website, again, by having that clear definition of that exact problem that you're promising to solve, and that having that exact proof also about your service that does this extremely well. And this is again the issue with kind of like what most real estate agents have, is that they don't really have that clear definition. It just says find your dream home, right, and just a bunch of houses. It doesn't really provide exact definition of the problem you're solving, and because it doesn't provide that, it's very difficult to also provide that proof for that exact problem. So this is also going to get that also handled. Now next, let's go over exactly how you're going to be installing this website. Now, in addition to installing the website, you have this free checklist. Just comment website under this video. We'll send over this checklist for you for free. Now for this link, you can either find it in the checklist itself once you have received this, or we also add in a link in the description where you can just click on it and install the website to your business. So the way this works is you just click on this link. Again, either it's in the description or either you use this checklist over here that you'll get from us. Okay, so link will take you to Convertry. Convertry is the fastest funnel builder online. So whenever you build a website, whenever you build a funnel, you want to be looking at the speed of which the page actually loads. If you have a funnel as an example and it's slow, it just takes a long time for people to actually load up the funnel, right? Well, you're gonna have a bunch of people just drop off, not because the website didn't look good, it's just because it takes a long time for people to load it up. So what this does is that obviously this provides you with the speed in terms of the website, but in addition to this, we can just plug and play this whole website from home section, story section, calling process, all these different things. We can just plug and play with this tool. Now this tool, this has a free 14-day trial. So you can just opt in here, just add in your name, email address, password, confirm your password, and you will be able to get yourself that free 14-day trial. After this, I think it's like $90 a month or something like that. So still, if you're gonna be replacing your website with It's still going to be much more cheaper than most of the things out there. And in addition to this, right, you can also build other stuff here as well, such as your funnels, etc., for as much as you need to. Now, when you click on this, it's going to take you to a view like this. So open this up from our view since we're already logged into ConvertRate. And you're going to see this right over here easily like this. And all you have to do, it's already built up, right? Just press on import this funnel. Now, if you don't have a domain yet, you just go to godaddy.com. And then over here, you can just purchase yourself a domain. It probably costs you around $7 a month or something like that, right? So here you can type in the domain that you want. Let's say I type in something like John Smith's Realtor, Virginia, right? And I press search domains. Now it's gonna allow me to see different types of domains available. And then you just press here, make it yours, and you're gonna be able to get yourself that domain. Usually what we recommend for our clients is just first name, last name, see what's available, right? And if your name is very common, it's already taken, right? You can just try to have something else added to it. So as an example, what I would do first, type in your name, right? And see what's available as far as this goes. Obviously, John Smith is something that's a very, very popular name. Now, the issue is that it's not gonna be in your domain, right? So we still gotta go over to your account right here, press on the right top. Then over here in the account section, go to domains. And at the domains, go to add ConvertRate to your domain. So press on this middle button right here, press add. And then watch this quick video. It's about 5-minute video. You can even speed it up. So basically a couple minutes, just watch it quickly and you'll see exactly how to walk through this whole process, right? And then over here, we can just add in your domain. So again, add in johnsmith, right, .com and press add. Now again, watch that video. It's gonna walk through that obviously in detail as far as how that goes. Now, once you have it set it up, it's gonna look like this. So let me open this up here as far as the demo demonstration. And over here, you can go here, and then now you'll see all these pages. So now that you have the funnel itself pulled up, over here now you can make all the changes you need to make. So you just press on edit page, go ahead and change the sentences, the words, all these different things. So you press edit page, right? And over here, you can make all of those changes very, very easily. That's what I like about this tool. It's just very easy to use. Right here, you can just see, I can just change whatever information I need. Same thing with the pictures. It's something you just literally change right over there. Now over here, let's go back. And over here, I'll walk to different sections. So here we have the story section. Here, obviously, you can add in your story. It's gonna look like this. Here you can add in the picture of yourself, add in the story itself. You can just copy paste it right from the get-go. Here we have the case study section. So you can just preview this. And here again, we just add in the information that you need. So when you wanna change this section, just press edit page, and then you can just change the stories there. Here we have the resources section, so I can just plug it up. And over here, we can add in the guide. So over here, you can add in a link to your guide, and then create the guide itself. Now over here, we have the call section. So when somebody clicks on book the meeting on your website, they want to book in a call, right? Here you can add in your own Calendly link or whatever tool you use for scheduling, right? Just add it over here and then connect it to your calendar. So this way, people just go in and select the time to speak with you. Over here, we have the contact section. Obviously here, this is pretty self-explanatory, right? You can just add in your phone number, add in your email, add in the details here, right? And people can get in touch with you. Over here, we have the privacy policy. This is something where you can just add in the privacy policy that you have. We have a little template there, right? But you can add in your own. And then lastly, over here, you can see a couple important sections. We also have an additional listing landing page. I'm gonna open this up. And with listing landing pages, essentially, let's say you get a listing today, right? You go ahead and sign the listing agreement, and you need to get some traffic to that listing. You want to get more offers in, you want to get more customers, leads in. Over here, you can add in that listing as a background over here, and then this allows them to just insert their information, name, email, and phone number, and then get instant access to it. The reason why this works so well, right, is now it's very simple, right? But now you can get traffic to that exact listing you're trying to promote. So you can actually run ads to this and then generate leads for your properties here as well. And over here we have the listing page template. So I'll just preview this. And then here you can see schedule a showing. People can schedule showings, etc. as well. So it's very useful again if you want to attract those buyers to your properties. Again here, this is all plug and play. So again, for every listing you want to attract, you can go over here, press on these 3 buttons, press here more, clone it, right? And now you can create a listing landing page for each individual listing you're trying to promote. Now again, if you want the step-by-step checklist for this exact website installation and then for these psychological triggers, just type in website under this video. We'll send that over to you 100% for free. Now, in addition to this, going back almost a decade at this point, right, working with over 600 realtors, one-on-one, personally in the trenches, mentoring under top people in the world when it comes down to online marketing, people spending millions of dollars on advertisements every year, running $100 million companies a year, right? The people that make their sales to online marketing, make their sales to really online ads or online organic marketing, right? I was surprised by how much emphasis people actually put in and focus how people put in into something like this, because it seems such small things, right? Little details like what tool you're using or what kind of picture you're having or what language you're using, but it really makes a big difference. So really, the better you're able to present yourself, the better these little details stack up, right? The more it's going to allow you to generate those clients, especially with running ads, especially with running funnels. Things like this make massive amounts of difference. So I personally optimize obviously our own websites with a process like this, and we've got on to making multiple millions of dollars in sales and our own services at this point. So congruence between what's expected, what people see, and how that kind of whole process builds up your lead generation, builds up your listing generation, right? It makes a world of difference when it comes down to your marketing. So hopefully it was useful. And again, just to get that resource for free, comment that website and we'll send that over for free. Happy to help you out and good luck with the website. Let me know if you have any questions on this.